Okay, I have to go take my grandmother to dinner. Tell her all about my vagina bombing.
For years, conservatives have been trying to push back laws that make abortion available and legal, accessible and safe for women. It's wrong that they want to treat women like second-class citizens, that we're not equal, that they can decide for us, make decisions for us, for our personal reproductive health. That's just wrong, and it shouldn't be. This is just to make a point. This is to send a message to our state legislators. We are 51% of the voting population, and we're pissed, and you're not representing us. If you're, no matter what your party affiliation, if you're an elected official, you represent all of your constituents. We want them to know, hey, you're representing me, and I don't agree with this. I don't agree with a sonogram law that says that a woman is forced to undergo the sonogram, and her physician, her personal doctor, against his will, is forced to tell her what he sees on a screen if she decides that she wants to look away and not look at it.
It's incumbent upon us who are privileged to make sure that those who are our most vulnerable citizens don't fall through the cracks. Mm-hmm. I don't know how many people in this room are affected by the legislation. I personally probably wouldn't be, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't speak up if I see that it's wrong.
Amen. Absolutely.
And that's part of why I'm doing this.
We are a sisterhood.
Well, we have to be.
We have to be. It really angers me to think that anyone, and conservatives I think believe this, that women are seeking abortions as some sort of form of birth control. Women aren't using abortion as birth control. Trust me, they are not. The different laws that have passed in different states have made it so difficult, even though it's still a legal procedure in this country, has made it very difficult for women to actually get one.
We got comfortable and we got complacent. And this is what happened. And the Roe v. Wade decision that came down, they fought it, and it could not be overturned. And then they decided to peck away at it little bit at a time, to chip away at that precedent. And they kept being successful because they were very small measures that we didn't pay attention to. And that's in part what led up to where we are.
The thing the sonogram bill does to women, to torture them, is that women who have discovered through their own gynecologist that the embryo, the baby that's growing, is something horribly wrong with it, and their gynecologist recommends abortion. Because of the way the law works in this country, in this state, most women can't even get that abortion at their own gynecologist's office. They have to go to some clinic somewhere because they're not offered in a lot of hospitals, and by many gynecologists because of the different statutes and laws. So after they've received this horrifying news, they have to go with their spouse to some clinic. Then they get another sonogram, and the clinic doctor is forced by law to do the sonogram and to describe for them the infant. Okay, they have already been through hell. They are grieving, they're mourning the fact that they're not gonna have this baby they thought they were gonna have, then they're forced to sit there and listen to a doctor describe what's on the screen to them, since they are allowed to look away. But the doctor is required. This is the harshest law in the country. Texas has the harshest law in the country. And it's just wrong. It's torture. It's torture. And it's demeaning and humiliating. It's meant to be that. It's meant to be that. Who wrote this law? Middle-aged, conservative white men wrote this law. Okay? We are sending them their own uterus. We're like, hands off our uterus. Hands off my uterus. Here's one of your own. Here, keep this. Because you need to keep your hands. If you're for smaller government, why are you all up in my uterus? Get away from me. This is not your business. This is a personal choice. This is my reproductive health. It has nothing to do with you.
I know that I have not been as informed a voter as I should have been over the past 10 to 15 years. I know that there have been elections that I've missed it's raining, or I forgot, or gosh darn, I'll catch it next time. I know that I've been elections that I have voted in that I was like, I have no idea who that judge is. I don't know who that city council person is, but okay. It's our privilege to be able to vote, and that privilege carries the responsibility of being an informed voter. And if everyone who was affected by this had taken the opportunity presented by our electoral system to be informed and vote, we wouldn't have to do this.
To me, this is more than sending a letter or an email or signing a petition. Because if you send an email, all of us have already discussed this today, you get a form letter back. If you send it to Cornyn, if you send it to Hutchinson, you get a form letter back. Oh, thank you for your interest for being active in our state, but you're wrong. A form letter, okay? This, they can't just toss off that easily. This, I would want them to look at this, and it's going to have a note attached to it. I've said anyone can write any kind of message they want. You can just put hands off my uterus, here's one of your own. But we want to send a clear message to Texas state legislators that this is not okay with us. You represent all of us. You represent women and men, and we are going to do our level best to make sure you're not in office come the next election. So we're standing up to say, hey, we are trying to get you to represent us, and we vote, and we're very very angry, and we vote, and you're not going to be holding office if we have anything to say about it.
I think that's what